Good evening, and a very warm welcome to another stream of ours. Welcome to all my traders, my fellow investors, colleague. I'm very happy and excited to meet you after the complete week. Unfortunately, in the last week, the most important thing that we had to discuss, I was unavailable, but here we are today with few more trading ideas that I am very happy that I'll be sharing with you. Remember, if you have any questions regarding anything at all, the comment section is all dedicated for you, my dear fellow colleagues. Welcome to another stream. You probably have seen the market situation, and in today's stream, we'll definitely going to have a very deeper perspective or look into the financial market. Because if we look from extremely from a trader's point of view, the market was completely chaotic. It was so volatile. So the market dynamic basically shifted in last Friday, and whatever the anticipations from all the traders or from the financial market, it was completely difficult to understand the entire market situation. I will be here to guide you through your entire trading journey. Let me know in the comment section if you have any question that you face, you're basically facing some issues with all about. We'll be waiting for a minute or two for few more traders to join in. Let me know in the comment section how did you face this extreme volatility in the last week. I'll be more than happy to read all your comments once again. Welcome to the stream, dear traders. This last week, and if you compared last week and this week, the somehow market regained the stability, but last week is something which nobody has ever thought of. And I strongly believe that the market sentiments were so in the opposite direction for the market analysis. It was even best analyst got caught up in the act and lose some capital of theirs. It happened with us as well, because whatever we projected for the market sentiments, we never knew that the market gonna be turning itself in a such a way that the investors will be completely drenched. It was a complete bloodbath that we have seen just in last 3 days. That means starting from Friday, Saturday, Sunday was closed. Even though they, because of the Indian budget, the Indian market was open on this Sunday. And here comes the Monday, and the Monday market has been completely closed. A lot of volatility has been seen. So we'll be jumping right back to the most important conversation that we're gonna have, and we'll try to dive in deeper manner what sort of market sentiments were we expecting, and how are we expecting the market to be in the upcoming few days. You know that every week I come up with few more trading ideas with you. Based on the heat maps, we try to calibrate the market situation, we try to understand the existing market circumstances based on the past performance of the different asset, and that is what we're gonna do in this week. And we'll see, hopefully the trading ideas that I'll be sharing with you will be bringing you a good profitability. Not only that, the most important thing is this week one of the biggest market events that's gonna be there, that's non-farm payroll. I'll be sharing my market insights, that what could be the possibility for the non-farm payroll to be, and we'll see the entire market dynamics in this today's session. Exclusively, I will be waiting for all your comments, and I'm very happy to see you again after a complete week. Welcome to the stream, dear traders. Since I think we have some good clients join in, if you have any question, please feel free to comment in the comment section. Let's begin our conversation. So, dear traders, we know that the market was completely, you know, um, out of hand, right? It was difficult for every trader to predict the market situation. A lot of things has happened in the last week, and that is what we're gonna discuss is based on uh, uh, the heat maps that we have. Let's quickly jump into the cryptocurrency market right now. Now, here, what we are seeing in the recent times, there is a substantial amount of recovery. But if you look very closely to the market sentiments, I'm switching the graph to 30 minutes to give you an exact idea. So the complete sell-off started happening on Friday, and a lot of liquidation has been happened in the last time. So Bitcoin, which was for the Bitcoin price, it was very difficult to move below. So there are three levels of support that we were expecting from the market. So the first level of market analysis that we probably gonna had was a support level. So because of a lot of economic situation happened and the Donald Trump in the Donald Trump presidency, there were some comments which were made because of which the market did uh, had some extreme volatility during the time. So the selling happened exactly by 8:30. If you look into the candle here, 29.8, so that means 8:30 was the time on which exactly the market, so this is according to the India Standard Time, market started liquidating the price, and it moved to such an extent. So first we thought that the next price level for it to be on the supporting side would be 85, but then there was one just green candle and again the market started tumbling down, and soon afterwards there were no returning back. Even on Saturday and Sundays market did fall down extremely. So a lot of liquidation happened specifically in the cryptocurrency market. I was just analyzing what were the major reasons behind of which. So they're close to, I think, around 798 million dollars were completely liquidated within 24 hours from the cycle when it started. So that's one of the biggest sell-off we can see in the entire history of Bitcoin. How much? Close to 790, that means $800 million were liquidated. So a lot of people lost a big amount of capital since they were holding their position, but the market sentiments were heavily bearish, because of which the market started pulling itself into the bearish sentiments, and it is did still falling down. What we have seen in the recent time, as we can see in the heat maps, we can see that the market did stabilize itself for 2 to 3%, but that's not a big volume, right? So the market sentiments still are on the bearish side. One of the good thing that we can expect right now, because first of all, 85,000, every round number, we may say that 85,000, 80,000, 75,000 and 70,000. So these are the psychological buying price where the market has a substantial chances to rise up from. So if you look into this price, when the market were close to 80,000, it did recovered a little, and then a lot of selling happened, and the 80,000 level was broken down. Now it comes to the very next level of support, which is 75,000. It did try to bounce itself from close to 75,000, and then it recovered, and again it broke that particular level and came back to 74,000. Now if we think from a psychological point of view, there are two aspects of the market we can see. We have very first comment, Mr. Gaganji. Good evening, sir. Very good evening, Gaganji, and a very warm welcome to the session. Gaganji is one of my old client, and I'm very happy to see you in the live stream. So, what's the market situation right now? Bitcoin, since it dropped from a very long time. So, if you look into the prices of Bitcoin right now, it's hovering near $77,000. And previously, this particular level was been reached on last year, April, and it was able to support that particular level. So, let me draw a horizontal line so that we may be able to see these aspect here. So, we did draw a little support line here. Now, watch this. 70,000 in this existing circumstances would be a very good level of support. And considering that factor, there are good chances that the Bitcoin prices will start moving upward from this level. So what we did, we open our position with the very small value of multiplier like around 10, and we will be holding our position, making sure that our stop loss stays just right below the support level of 74,000 right now. In my opinion, if you wish to open a position in these circumstances, a good level so that in this situation, even if the market goes into the opposite direction, we can select the value of multiplier 5x. I did open with the 10x, but you can select the value of multiplier to 5x, and this will make sure that our stop loss will be way below, in the worst case circumstances, 70,000 it is covering. So that means this will basically hold our position for the longer time. So you name any cryptocurrency, they basically fall to the greatest strength. Bitcoin, we can name the cryptocurrency as Ethereum, ETH. Yeah, so Ethereum did drop to 2,300. So after a very long time, 2,128. This is the exact price which was on June 2025. And soon after that, the market started did had a bullish run, because of the Donald Trump presidency. He was selected, and it took the market charge from that price moment onwards. So in my opinion, right now 2000 level will be a good level of support for Ethereum to rise itself. So yep, take a very closer look on that. So every cryptocurrency right now will try to recover itself. Hopefully, if the market sentiments drive into the same manner, I mean, based on the existing market circumstances, there are absolutely good chances for the market to move. But then it's the market volatility that we have seen went extreme. Even I was looking into what were the volatility index. So now, in when we see the market dynamics, we can check the market volatility specifically if we talk about the S&P 500. Let's look at the exact candle when the market started falling down. So in S&P 500, we'll select the graph for 30 minutes duration, and here we have an excellent reading on this. So here, exactly 8 p.m., the market started plumbing itself down, and it did corrected by a huge margin. So S&P 500, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, these all sentimental indicators of the US economy, were heavily been plunged down because of the recent economic activity. So the first thing is cryptocurrency, they all went down, and here we can see in the upcoming days onwards, these assets will have a substantial chances of rising in the upcoming days. So keep a very closer look on it. Let's if we try to analyze this based on the sentimental factor, we can basically predict all cryptocurrencies: AVAX, Binance, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Cardano, Kosuma, Solana, Moonbeam. These all has been fallen apart like anything. Solana I considered as a substantial price point on which it could be a lot cheaper. So Solana technology are amazing in the cryptocurrency industry, and here we can see uh, there was a substantial decrease on the price, and now it is available at the cheaper price. I believe that there are some strong sentimental buying can happen from these price levels. So yeah, I will be keeping a very closer look on it right now. Since the market has been completely fallen down, remember, for the market recovery to happen, now you will have amazing options, available options to buy in right now. So Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, these are having an absolute great price point to buy it right now. Holding a very small value of multiplier will be helping you to hold your trade for a longer period of time. So that's one thing. So we did talk about cryptocurrencies. What's the cryptocurrency market right now? In my opinion, these assets will be recovering to good extent, because the recent fall down was it was such a huge fallback, so that the market has to recover at one price level, and it did. So right now what we are seeing is the incremental price of assets right now. Gaganji asked me in question, sir, any updates on the prices of gold? So the prices of gold, it was a very difficult to decipher on what path the gold will stop selling down. So there were two basic market analytics that I was trying to do. And here's this one level of support that I was doing in here. So what really happened? Donald Trump, what are the major reasons for this entire fall down? Uh, a lot of people did had an idea. We call it as wash effect. Now, what is wash effect? So, Mr. Kevin Wash is been selected as the new Fed chairperson, and and the duration for which Mr. Jeremy Powell has been there will be, the tenure will be expiring on May of this month, and after which Kevin Walsh will be taking a big role. So, have you ever thought like the specific timing of selection of Kevin Walsh? That means Donald Trump, Mr. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, were in such a situation that I mean, it is a very conflicting situation right now in the U.S. economy. Selection of Kevin Walsh as a Fed chairperson basically shaken the entire market down, and this was basically the statement given exactly around 8:30, and that is why on major assets we can see the sell-off happened starting from 8 to 8:30 when the statement was given on 29th of January. And it impacted market to such an extent that the people started selling their existing, the profit booking started happening, and the people started selling their existing position on gold, and the gold liquidated like anything. I have seen personally a lot of clients were able, their positions were liquidated because of this such an extreme volatility. I even not was thinking about what could be the possible situation. Around a 28% drop in a single day, that was a historic drop in the price of precious metals, that means gold, silver, platinum was seen. Even if you look into the prices of silver, silver did went into the selling side like anything. Even did gold did fall, but it didn't fall that to that extent. But if you look into the prices of silver, the drop was the price it it reached during 20th 29th of December last year, and within a month the price soared from $70 per troy ounce of silver to maximum around 122. And when the market moves in a such a small duration to such an extent, the correction phase happens. And this is the event that I was very fearful about, because when the market grows from $70 to around 122, it has to correct itself, because the rate at which the market has moved, it has to correct itself, and that is the reason we have seen the lot of selling in the prices of gold and silver happen. Mr. Anilji said, "I'm new trader. Welcome, sir. There is no great beginning than understanding the market. So it's good to see you on Olymptrade, and we are basically wishing you to get the knowledge that you are required to make profitable journey in your trading." Mr. Abhinav Ji Rathod ji said, "Sir, hi. In the recent debt budget of India also has been released. Will it affect the this market also?" I think there are very slim chances that the Indian market will have a substantial effect on the international market, because our Indian market positions are very small compared to what we have in the US market specifically. So the news associated with the USD did create a lot of impact in the Indian market, but the news impact of the Indian market, or the budget, if we may say, will probably will not have that substantial effect that we are expecting, Mr. Abhinav. Okay, so what's our hypothesis entirely this time? So, according to the statement, I was just reading, Kevin Wash, since he will be appointed as a new Fed chairperson, and his hawkish stance on the higher interest rate for longer. So his stance on the interest rate, because Donald Trump is personally taking an interest in this, Mr. President, there are good chances that in the upcoming days, Mr. Kevin Wash will try to decrease interest rate. US economy is still under a lot of pressure because of the recent decisions taken by Mr. Trump. Basically has created a little impact on the dollar index, where the dollar index was down to I think around 4 years low price was something which I was been observing very closely. Here we can see that the dollar index has went to 103, and even if you go to any trading view application, you will just type out dollar index DIX, and there you will see the decrease in the prices of dollar. But then all of a sudden, the news regarding Kevin Wash was been released, and because of which the lot of anticipations in the dollar has been there. So people started selling, those people who sell their position on Bitcoin and gold and silver, their hopeful positivity on the dollar has increased substantially, and that is the reason we can see there is a big jump in the prices of dollar happened. uh, if you look into the prices of USD against Japanese yen, it was around 152, and as soon as they were released, I mean the speculation which were made that the Kevin Wash will be the next Fed chairperson. This is the exact time that you can see on 29th. Yeah, on 28th of January, we can see that exactly around 8:30, the market started rising, and there was no stopping the market from that price onwards. So it been keep on pushing itself in the buy sentiments. So Euro USD, the one since the dollar become the strongest one. So the prices of Euro USD did started correcting. I think it was around 1.02. Um, 1.2, and then the market started plummeting itself down. So we are expecting a stronger USD back into the action. But one thing for sure, Mr. Kevin Wash, it depends upon Kevin Wash. If they have a plan to decrease the interest rate, ultimately, whenever the interest rate decreases, the increase in the prices of gold and silver happens to be there. And to not forget, in the longer run, gold has a substantial chances to rise once again. The reason is the hawkish stance of Mr. Wash, Mr. Kevin Wash. It can do support dollar to some extent, but if we talk in terms of gold, because of the decrease in the interest rate, people may often invest in gold, silver, and even in the cryptocurrency assets. So these changes can be seen after May, when Mr. Powell, the the federal chairperson, uh, will have its end of his tenure. Guys, let me know in the comment section how were your trades in Forex. Mr. Abhinavji said, "Sir, I think first Friday is coming. Any new data for this week?" So yes, on this particular week, yeah, we'll be talking about that. So non-farm payroll is lined up. And here we go, economic calendar exactly on this Friday at 7 p.m. This is according to India Standard Time, GMT of plus 530. Non-farm payroll data will be released. And this is now will be fascinating to look into this data. Because in the last time, what we have seen, even though the non-farm payroll data was red, the number of jobs which were supposed to be created, which were under stress, a less number of jobs which were created in the month of December. But the unemployment rate did decrease by 0.1%. It's a fantastic recovery that it did. Now, in my opinion, what could be the chances? Now, since the interest rate decisions decreasing in the interest rate decisions in the last year, it happens in three consequent manner. So there is a good possibility that this time the employment rate can be little higher compared to what we have seen in December. So there are good chances that this time the non-farm payroll data can be slightly positive, and this can increase the substantial buying on the dollar. But again, this is a speculation. But how we go definitely going to know that this is certainly going to happen? This is a speculation, and we can get a slight closer to the approximation on 4th of January, 4th of February, when the ADP non-farm payroll data will be released. If this data is far better than the anticipation, then we can expect that this time the non-farm payroll data could be slightly higher than the previous one. So that means a good chances for the US dollar to rise at this part. Mr. Abhinavji said, "Sir, you mean Powell, sir, will not stay good afternoon or good evening anymore?" Yeah, yeah, Abhinavji. I understand. Like, yeah, every time, there is a specific meme which is going on the YouTube where Mr. Powell says something and the market just dip downs within 5 or 10 seconds whenever he said good evening or good morning to the people who he's addressing at that moment. So, yeah. Gaganji said, "Sir, can we hold position right now in gold?" I think on a safer side, if I were in your shoes, what I will do, I will try to invest in three segments. The first investment will be done by investing a smaller capital with the small multiplier and hoping the market to rise. But let's just suppose if the market tumbles down a lot more, then opening a trade with the double amount with the same multiplier will be helping you to recover the capital and will be helping you to hold your position for a little longer time. Mr. Rajat Deep Pranase, sir, UPI withdrawal request legal in India? Yes, it is absolutely. A lot of traders in India have been withdrawing their capital through UPI. I did try to withdraw through UPI as well, but majority of the time I do place a withdrawal request from my USDT account partially. In the last week, because of the liquidation, I got so skeptical, so I lost close to like around $10,000 or so. I think slightly little higher than that, and because of the liquidation was happening, so I basically withdraw some part of my capital close to 50 or $60,000. I did withdraw from my account uh, since the market was little on the volatile side. So yeah, I did withdraw. So there is no issues, if we may say, regarding the deposits and withdrawals. So withdrawals are working fine, and also the deposits are working fine. So Abhinavji said, so sir, if we anticipate that the NFP data will be on the positive front, then the USD will go up and the gold price will decrease. Just true, true. If based on the market sentiments, the value of gold decreases, that is the reason I told you, whenever we try to invest our some part of capital in the forex market, what we're gonna do, we will have like the same amount will be split into the three half. The very first part of the trade will be small amount, small multiplier, and then if the market did correct itself after some period of time, then using a moderate amount and a moderate multiplier, this will help you to recover the amount which is still in negative, and your trade will be ultimately on the positive side when the market start recovering. So in my opinion right now, holding your position on gold and silver with a smaller value of multiplier, you can test this hypothesis in the demo account for the longer duration, just to take how the market sentiments are there. But yeah, because of the lot of liquidation that happen in the market, the people are very skeptical to invest in. Because I personally have seen some of the clients' uh, accounts, and one of my friend's account, a very close friend of mine, his entire amount got liquidated. He bought like some ETF on the Indian NSE market, and the positions were liquidated. Not only the Indian market, but entire financial market. The people positions were highly liquidated, and it was a very unfortunate situation to lose your capital to such a bigger. I mean, there is nothing we can do apart from setting a stop loss, right? But yeah, these kind of events happen once in a while. But then what's the best part about it? So you are getting this market sentiment, you're getting the price at the cheaper price, right? So you basically are getting gold at the cheaper price, silver at the cheaper price. You can buy ETF, or invest in forex with the use of moderate multiplier for the longer duration. This week, stay concerned about the non-farm payroll. Good possibility that if because of the last 3 months, last year, three consecutive decrease in the interest rate, probably would have boosted the US economy to some extent. But you know that the dollar index has been depreciated substantially because of the tariff and other unstable market situation. Another thing is because there is a talk which is been going on between Israel and Iran, where the US basically played a pivotal role in between these. So there is a talk which have been going on, and because of which there is a good possibility that the supply will resume for from Iran, and that is the reason. If you look into the prices of Brent, that means the crude oil. The supply concern was there in the last week, and as soon as the supply concern were lifted, the market did correct itself close to 5%, and it was a bigger correction. I must say that the correction was from $70 dollar per barrel to close to $65 per barrel. So that means $5 per barrel decrease in the price. So that's a huge price fluctuation we have seen because of the conversation which has been happening with the Iran. So hopefully everything fall in the right place, and I hope this week will be a lot profitable for you. Stay curious, stay cautious, and do your trading in a way that is with a little risk and on the reward side. I wish you all the best. It was exciting to have this conversation. I wish I could have more time to have this conversation. Thank you very much for the wonderful journey that we are having as a team. Make sure you like to this stream, subscribe to Olymptrade Practice, share it with your friends so that this knowledge could be spread to every single trader. And we as a team or community will try to build ourselves and stay rise on the positive side and be profitable. I see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for having me for today. My name is Akash and I'll be signing off. Take care. Have a great day, guys.